So I'm going to be talking about chapter 5 and 4 different essays from reading pop culture. So chapter 5 talks about resources of argument. 3 resources of argument are claims, reasons, and issues. A claim is a statement about something, and it usually has some sort of evidence to back it up. Reasons are an explanation of the claim, but that can be subject to change based on different people's views and how they interpret those different reasons or those different pieces of evidence. And then lastly, there's issues, and there are 3 types of issues: questions of fact, questions of policy, and questions of values. So questions of fact is an argument over how evidence is seen or how it's interpreted. And then questions of values are just questions that come from different people's own values or own morals. And then questions of policy are based on what people should or shouldn't do, and if a change should be made. And if a change, or people think a change should be made, that's when questions of value and questions of fact arise. So, and then in reading pop culture, there are 4 essays. There was Riffs of Passage, Seduced by the Perfect Pitch, How Autotune Compared to Conquered Pop Music, Country Music, Openness to Experience, and the Psychology of Culture War, and then Elevate My Mind, Identities for Women in Hip-Hop Love Songs. So Riffs of Passage was about how artists convey messages in their music. And they can talk about anything from life lessons they've learned, struggles they've gone through, stories, or just anything like that. And it talks about how artists didn't know how powerful it could become, how much it could influence people, or how much it could influence society. And then the country music essay was about how little changes in someone's life can be significant or insignificant or the most important. Some people think that a small change is negative, and that could be seen as not having the most stable life is what I think the term they used. And then or people that are more open could see it as a positive thing, and that change is good. So it just depends on the person how open they are. Elevate My Mind discusses how meanings have changed in music. So pretty much that it used to be about relationships and how people will always be there for each other and that kind of relationships with people, but now it's more intellectual or educational messages, and it's just kind of changed over time with how society has changed. And then Elevate My Mind discusses different rap music, and then she says that a lot of people think rap is just all the same genre, it's all the same thing, but it's really not. There's a lot of different forms of it within that genre. She goes into different kinds of themes and messages, and especially how different women are in that genre than men are, specifically how women discuss love and more emotional feelings than men do in that genre.